So I want to talk about this video here. And there's no one here yet, so I'm just going to wait till somebody shows up. I'm going to take a look at Odyssey. Okay, so Odyssey. Choose replay. No, hold on. Local setup. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. Odyssey's really funny. It says 7 watching. Now it says 8 watching. It's like every robot in town is coming, right? Hey, all robots. So Siri is here. What are the other ones? What are all the robots' names? We should put them together and jot down their letter value, right? I don't know if you can see the same. Can you see my ceiling right now? What's it doing up there? Hold on a second. I'm looking for something and it's over here. Okay. Don't want that. So the main thing that's in the original before you start the video is like, oh, there's the dog, right? Oh yeah, there's the action ears. Like, you see this? There's the head of the bear and the dog back. Then there's a lady, or what I call the M&M right here, and there's a bull. It's like the stock market. And here's the cross pissing out oil, and the pumpkins and the birds and the eyes all over the eyes. So I'm not sure where to begin. My knees are hurting. I called it Save the House of Alla Kaaba. Is a big part of the information I have is because of the cube. And then because of the cube, I can now use some of this information on here. The total information on here is 666. There are 111 times 6 equals 666 for these 6 sides of the cube. The 111 is located, okay, right over here. This area all down here, where you see this 2 area, it's 2 numbers here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. They're all 2 by 2 by 2 numbers. This equals 111. Now, if you want me to take you on a little bit of a ride, I'm going to bring you all the way out to this one over here. Maybe I can get a little bit of light in here. So I'm going to bring you out to this one over here. And if you take a good look, it's a cube. They're all cubes. They're all the house cubes, and they all equal 111. The below and above is 1423. The below and above. What is X? Okay, is 23. What is Y is 14. This will be 9. This will be 11 in star system math, which is an addition and a multiplication. All these designs you see before you, okay, they come off of what is the roulette table. They find that, I think, mostly in casinos. And I'm trying to keep my camera straight. Sorry about that. So they have roulette in casinos, and they have odds that they give you in different placements. So I know where you can place your chip. And remember, your PCU, your chip, the puck that's rolling on ice in the 3 20-minute periods and the 3 periods of the cube. 3 by 21 is 63. The number 11 is 63, and it's noted to be the student of Earth and Mars. And it's not because I'm telling you this, okay? But the question is, where am I getting my information from? That's the question. It's pretty simple. If a child would walk to a game of craps and somebody's shaking the dice, and it's supposed to roll, you have to throw the dice. You can throw the dice, but they say your roll should come this way.
Take a look at my fingers. They come from inside and they roll open. And they roll open. Do you see what's going on here? That is the, I don't know if you want to call it the torus or the bridge that's setting out because of the cubes. I don't really know how to say it. And when you roll it, not only comes out, but torus comes out, because the smoothest way to roll them is this way. And your hand would be not only opening up, but it'd also be spinning in an auger-like effect. And then you have to hit the back of the table. So in order to ignite that they fall fairly, you must hit the back of the table. H, heavens, IT, birth in the sun, back. Finishing with CK, creation, a K creates C. I don't know the whole word. I have to think about it. BA comes together and not AB. So would we be talking about 21 as 21st, like the 21st century? It is the first time that you will repeat the ST once you get to 21st. Therefore, your completion is at 20. And if your completion is 20, 2 plus 0. What does 0 equal? My notion to 0 actually equals 4. Because once I got the 4 corners, I can go all the way around. Otherwise, if I filled it all in, it would be 8. But in this world, because we're living the half-life, the O letter, which is the 15th letter, 1 plus 5 equals to 6. So I call 0 6. The word 0 equals 64. 6 and 4 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. The reverse of that is 6. Area 51 is the center of the cube. So would that say 0 is 5, but 0 creates me? This will create me an X. The 24th letter, 2 and 4 is 6. 5 and 6 coming together. So where am I going to be with what I started here? Wow. Lose my screen, got bigger screen. I'm going to get something to drink. Hopefully I didn't forget what I started with. My screen keeps getting bigger and smaller. Oh, here it goes again. Something's definitely wrong. Stay up. My mouse, the minute I touch my mouse, it just goes on fire. Okay, it says there's 8 people watching. If there are, has anybody have anything to say to understand? Yes, I want to take this book off the table. I need to multiply something. 8 arguments God exists. Intuition, self-conscience, self-perception, knowledge, comprehension, without effort or reasoning, instinctive knowledge. All men have an intuitive belief in God. Some have so ignored and stifled such a natural faith of unnatural and destructive efforts that they no longer recognize it. However, in times of sudden danger, in the face of difficulties, they automatically call it to God for help. This proves the intuition is still there, but suppressed. Some faith is much more part of man's faculties, eating and drinking, etc. So the whole piece here, and it's 22 attributes to God. And God's existence. So with the work that I believe I'm doing, I think that we can bring a better understanding on how everything comes together in language through words. How can I explain it? People are explaining how to, oh, look what happened. Look what's going to happen. The zodiac is like this. And how does anybody know about the zodiac? Where does all the knowledge come from, right? Well, add what I do onto the zodiac and numbers and names, and we can tell more inside the names, inside the description of what's going on there, the harmony. Okay, the harmony, maybe that's what it is. To believe in the existence of God is the only natural, practical, beneficial, satisfying, factual, necessary, and scriptural way to believe. When one has the key that will unlock the door, he knows the right key. Even so, when one has the answer to every question, the explanation for every mystery, the satisfaction to every hunger and desire, the answer to the perplexing problem of the past, present, and future, he knows that he is right in believing there is a God. Atheism doesn't solve a single problem. It makes lies of nature, creation, the Bible and God leaves helpless and floundering man a victim of misery and despair. The 22 attributes of God. Mars. The characteristics. Deny the existence of God. Live corrupt lives. Do abominable works. Are without understanding. Ignore God, do not seek him. Are not good, not one. Have all gone astray from God. Have become filthy in life. Live in ignorance of God. Destroy God's people. Never pray. Oppress the poor. Doth. Just give me a second. I have to go just check where my cat is because the owner's outside and I don't want the cat disturbing everybody. Give me a second. I'm a little thirsty. So I should make myself, just give me a second. Okay, so I'm not really sure where I am going to be going with this video. I am going to start with why I called the video Save the House of Alla is because the two cubes equal to 12. 12 is the letter L. Me with you and you with me. 12, 12. LL. Having two cubes, we divide the house. The letter A is that divider. It is divided by the peak and the point, the top of the pyramid that fits in to this. Everything must, almost everything, lots of things will have art in it to explain certain realities. So since we have two cubes, which have a total of 12 sides, so we have one cube here and we have 1 cube over here. They're not kissing or kissing. So we have to understand 33 by 47 equals 1551. We have to understand everything that's going on. Why did I write this? I don't know. Because if I put them close together, the dice, okay, is there going to be the same story? It's not the same story. I'm going to show you something. See here, if I wanted to bring these two in, I couldn't. They would divide in between. This is what I call bricklaying. And if you look, this is an ice cube spinning between these two. That's the way I would look at this image. Or I can bring these two in, and I'll have to have these two spread out. But in this, if I can understand that I do this properly, this becomes where the ace comes in. And the ace is what divides two sides, 1 and 1. And if you take a look in the deck of cards, hopefully maybe there's a chance I have an ace. You can see inside here, that area, this area right over here, which is right here. It's in a different formation. This one here shows me it's showing me this, but it's also showing me distance. Therefore, this has to be larger than it is. I would have to go 1, 2, 3, and then down and in and down and in and down and over and down and in and down and over. And you notice there's a piece missing. If I filled this in, it would create 52. But this is the piece missing on that ace card. So I'm going to use that as the ace splits everything apart. I also can note that I'm not really sure if you can see it. It's one side of a pyramid. And then this will be the other side of the pyramid. Two sides to the pyramid. I wonder if I can create, no, I can't create anything from there. So I'm going to, what can I call this? Can I call this the pole? No, but I will call it Mars. And what is 33? The word mass, the word RO coming together as the 15th and the 18th letter. I brought this together because this equals to 33 and this equals to 33. And one thing about this is that, how can I explain this? I also regard this as the moon because my drawing to R looks like this. And I've seen different people write differently. And when I look at R, I see 12. And when I look at B, okay, I see 13. So this is R and this is B. So you see if I would do it this way, you know, an arbitre in French is like a referee. If I would change it and go with 2 R's, I would now have a tree. But in this scenario, the R is the 18th letter. If you minus the A because the A is before, its value would be 17, but its total configurative value is 19. So R comes with the spirit and Q and the gateway, the one gateway spirit. This is what you call 10. It is the mirror in the mirror. It comes in the mirror. I didn't even know that was Mars. And now we have to go 1, 4, 7. And the reason for that is A, B, C equals to 6. It's what you call standard. RD is third, ND is second, ST is first. First, second, third equals 6F. So now you connect your result with your beginning and you have 7. That's what's usually done on the dice cube. So why did I say mirror? Yes, because once you connect 4, right? 4 is D. It equals to 10J. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. A equals to 1. But the difference is this. I'm going to just do this here. I'm going to see which way I should do this. This area over here, let's say that's number 1. And when you get to this one over here, it becomes, instead of being this number 1, it'll be number 1 over here, but it'll be a black one. So I believe 1 is going to be a solid, and the other one might be a stripe. I don't know if I want to look at it that way, but what happens is 1 and 10. Look, 1 is up and 10 is up. When 1 is up, 10 is up. In the game roulette, right, in this game over here, this is number 1 over here. Do I have that proper on the screen? Okay, we have a cat in the way. This is number 1 in roulette. Okay, right over here. This is number 4. This is number 7. 1, 4, 7. Hold on a second. 1, 4, 7, 10. Somehow I'm okay, no, this is backwards. Here. 1, 4, 7, 10. And here is 1, 4, 7, 10. 13. 13. So 10 and 13 create a square. Okay. I can't bend down like that. Too much pain. Can't think. I'm like gonna faint here. Okay, so that design I showed you comes from the roulette table. What I did is I took the 36 numbers and I connected all the red numbers and I connected all the black numbers. But I didn't do it all at once, because if I did it all at once, it would just go over each other and it would be like lost in a picture, like the Mona Lisa. Everybody thinks it's the Mona Lisa, but it's more than the Mona Lisa. The picture is its name. The hidden secret of the Mona Lisa is the name Mona Lisa. That's what I believe to be the biggest secret. M-O-N-A, Mars. It starts with M, it finishes with A. We now have the spirit, we now have AI. When O-N come in, it talks about pi. I always bring O-N and it says no, 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 so it's yes and no. The reason for that is the 14th letter and the 15th letter, in which are just like, almost like saying M and L. But I am the mirror of M and L, which is the king and the queen. I am the M, I am the N and the O. And the reason for that is in gematria, what they do is when you come to M and N, it divides in gematria. They both become number 1, 1 on each side. But in the alphabet, the M and the 13 also divides. It divides the alphabet to the first 13 letters ending in AM, to the last 13 letters ending in NZ, like New Zealand or Zion or something like that. Now, the center to this is the sun. That means the sun, if it's coming in from M and N, moon, and you can see that when you finish the design. Once you finish the design, you see moon, and the sun is dividing. The moon is from below, is above, and then the sun is inside the whole thing. That's what it's showing me That's what it's showing me like in this design over here. See, you're just sitting yourself in a trance. Now move that item into this. One here, living in this area here. Here's your pods. And why I said M and N is because here's M and N. Now, where's the O? Well, the 15th ball and pull is O. This design, there's a slight error in it. Okay. I can't explain it. I'd have to think about it. 1 is over here. So 8 would be joining the 2. 8 would be joining the 2, and that would be H. But up here, what would be joining it is, let me see, is 7. Let me see, is this, oh, 7th gate is here. This is 9. This is 11. This is 13. This is 13. So I have to move it out. So number 12 is over here. Number 12 is over here. So 13 should be the joiner. Should be that one that's over here. So let me count up. I went 7, I went 5, 3, 1. I went 4 areas. So I have to go 9, 1 area, 11, 2 areas, 13. So that would be the 15 ball, which would be O and O. The two 15 balls come forth, 5, 3, 1. And then here is 8. So this is 9, 11, 13. So it's the 15 ball that goes. Let me see, 9. Hold on, where's 7? 7's here. 9 ends over here. 11 ends over here. See, but I'm supposed to finish here. You see, I have to end right over here. I have to end on 12. So if I end on 12 here, 13 makes it over here halfway. So it's got to be 14. Is that possible? Anyways, I can't figure it out in this piece of work over here. Here's a larger scale of it. It looks like a diamond, right? But you can look at it as like part of the guitar, you know, the stretch arm of the guitar. Here's another one that I did. See the 7 on top? These 2 people are 2 images in between right here. And then I'd have to make this bigger. So we'd have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And I guess 1 would join them together. You see, before I used to go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. And now I decided to use up more boxes. As secondly, it could also be this way, like the 7th gate could be G. Wow. The 7th gate can be G over here. Now, what happens in this design over here is that once you create an area over it, it takes up both sides of what is F and H, 66. And then when you put your next one down, right, this would probably be number 9, this area. 8 would go over this area. 9 would be the next one here. And EIO9 is when you take these 2 cubes, 5 and 4, 9, you have 3 and 2, 5. When you take 1 and 4, 5, you have 6 and 3, 9. So these, when you go down to the next level, when you go down to the, you're at the E level. When you go down to the DJ level, 1 and 3 equals to 4, to 6 and 4 equals to 10, DJ, or 22, 8, 4 to what is 55, 10. So now if we go down to the 1 level, okay, I just had 10. So if we go down to the 1 level, so we'd be at the 1 level here. And then what would be at the 1 level, the reverse would be 66, and you have 66, 12 to the 1 level. So you can't beat the design and the cube coming together. The truth is the truth. You can't beat that the self-ego vortex of Tesla. This is exactly what it is. And when I only use 6 of 9 numbers, I create either 369 with what is 285, or the facing of what is 369 with 1, 7, and 4. And if I bring these two together, what kind of artwork will I get out of it? The third one comes inverted, and this is what it looks when you put it all together. So then there's the Mayan connections of what is 7 and 13. So if you want to connect 7, you connect the red one here, A and F7, E and B7, D and C7. Or what you can do is here they're connected together, or what you can do is put these two wires here, these two wires here, and never overlap. So there's the two ways of doing it, overlapping and not overlapping. So what would that tell us? Would tell us a different story. I don't know. I'm not looking at it right now. I did the below here is the telephone, but I didn't go any further than that. On this side, 1 and A come together as 10 or 1, or you can do 1 and 3, right, to come together. But how do you put B and B together? I would need another tower in order to connect this tower. I need another tower over here. So, you know, then there's holding the two worlds. See this? One runs two worlds, the red and the blue, the two magnets, right? When you put one magnet against the other magnet, what happens when you put the blue and the white and the magnets together? Here is what is the reflective. Let me see. 1 reflective, 2 reflect. Yes, this is what we have in the mirror, but this is not finished. We need another. I need another. How many of these pictures? I need to flip one that way. And if that finishes wide, that I can connect the two X's together. So yes, if I used one more board, okay, on the bottom, I can turn it around to reconnect to the X at the top. So, but usually it takes 4 boards. So how do I put 4 boards in this? Anyways, I don't want to come out to the total of how much do I need. How much is here in this? There's 144 connected area spaces in this one over here. Showing distance. You see this one over here on the left? You see it's showing distance. So if you were playing the chords on the guitar, right, you're showing here distance on this artwork. And all I'm showing you is a diamond. All I showed you is a diamond, but now when you take a new perspective, it's distance over here. Yeah, so let's go back to the comments. I'm going to go get something in the fridge, take a 1-minute break. I'm going to explain to you more about, if you know 1551, 91. The reason for 91, try and remind me that it's 13 times 7. It's the movement. It's a deck of cards, the movement of the Mayan calendar between 7 and 13 and 20. 91 is the AI spirit. We write AL as 1 and 12 equaling to 13. But what happens is L equals to what is 3 and 9 I. As for creation, okay, from 11, the student is C creation. More or less, you can look at Alla if you want. And the reason for that is the word 11 is Yo the Elev. 25Y, 15 for the O. 25 for the Y. The total is 40, but 60 is orange. Therefore, 40 plus 60 equals to 100, or 40, right, that's right, equals to 100, or I'm going to say 21, but I'm not, meaning that there's 2 zeros in front of the 1. But 100 is actually 4. 100 equals 4 binary. 4 binary, because 1,000 is 8 binary. And 10,000 is, did I do that? Did I do that right? Hold on a second. Let me see this again. 100, right? 1,000. Okay. 10,000 is 16 binary, 7 Pythagorean. Single digit count. As well that we have a multiplication inside what is 1 and 6, and it's the first time we create everything. And this is when we come upon the, I'm going to just go on the line here saying that it's the 7th gate. Okay. Wow, I took away the picture and I lost what was in my head. Wow, I don't see anything. I'm blind. Okay, so the 25 is the letter Y. The 15th letter is O. So the 25th letter is Y. The 15th letter is O. Together it creates 40. The missing part to have 100, okay, is 60. 60 is the word orange. 40 is the word blue. ABC equals to 6 or 60. So call ABC orange and call blue DJ blue. Okay, call it DJ blue and call it the addition of Mars, and it is the mirror or the dark side. And the reason I'm saying this is because do I have any instruments here? Yeah, I can maybe show you it on this. Okay, you see this? This side is up, right? And you see this? This side is up. They're both up. So you can just look at that, look, up and up, but this is on the back side. This is on the front side. Another way to look at it is just turn it. Every 4th year, we turn over, and then you stop it. And then every 4th year, you turn over, and then you stop it. And this will happen 16 times, and then you start over again. So if you look back 17 years in time, if you go back to this 14th of July, you are going to see that all the 7s are going to line up on a Saturday this year, because it happened in 2005 with me. All the 5s and all the 7s ended up on the same day. So the 16th is going to be a Saturday. The 16th will be a Saturday. Did I get that right? Or hold on a second, or did they reduce? The first 7 is, hold on a second, the first 7 of the month, what day was it? The first 7, no, hold on a second. Oh, that was 2010. Sorry, wrong year. Wrong year. Wrong year. Wrong year. When you're counting the weekends, when you're counting the week, every week will go down, every number in the next week will go down by 2 when counting by 7. So if we go from, let's say we go, like, look, if we go backwards 7, from 9, we go to 2. We go forward, we go from 2 to 9 to 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Then we go to 23, 2 and 3 is 5. And then we go to 30, so it becomes 7, 5, 3, 1. So it is a gateway month. And in fact, we're in the 2nd week of July. We are on the 14th day of the 7th month. We are actually more or less the ring in the cube today. What does it mean? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to get back. I'm going to get something to eat. There's more I want to speak about. I want to do the reverse B and L, 2 and 15 equaling to Q. 12, sorry. 2 and 12 equaling to N. Did I get that right? Yes, yes, yes. Let me write that down. Let me write this down here. Hold on a second. 2 and 12. And it's ironic. 2 and 12. I like that it fits together. 25 and 15, yo. What it is that when 1 and 2 come together, they're together. It's either the one spirit in the 8th heaven, or what happened, or what's happening is these two put a barrier on it. There's been a barrier in Venus, okay, inside dividing the areas. So when you see 1 and 2, you put that together, and then 5 and 5 are telling the same story. Don't change the 5. So 1 and 2 comes together, don't change the 5. Just like if 13 and 23 came together, don't change anything. When a 0-2 shows up with a 12, there's a 10 difference. So that is a mirror. There's a difference in the mirror. I have to understand what it's saying. I'm just, there's something about, yes, when there's a 0, when it's a letter that's under 10, okay, and there's an exception on 8 and 9, and when you divide 1 divided by 3, it'll be 0 point. When you have 2 divided by 3, it'll be 0 point. There's no other letters like that. Those are the only 2. So when a number comes less than what am I going to say? When a number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them are going to, how can I say this? First of all, a circle that you put, it wouldn't be 2, it would be 0, 2. Now, if it's a circle, you have to go inside, put a point over here, and turn all the way around in a circle. So it's telling me that it's unicornish. And if it's unicornish, the circle becomes Mars. So what is the difference between the circle and X marking the spot? We have to understand these two definitions. X marks the spot as the beaming of light, perhaps, the passage of light, the 45-degree angle star coming out of Mars. What would happen with Earth? Earth, there are 4 centers to Earth. There's a major center that connects everything, because Earth has a 9 area. I have to stop. I can't think. I'm a little bit hungry. I need to get a little bit. Give me 2-3 minutes, and I'll catch up instead of me running all over the place. Okay. I just want to show you the figure that comes out. The reverse of Y is B. B2, Y 25, 27. The reverse of O is L. The total is 14 on 12th letter and 2nd letter, 14. 25th and 15th letter, 27, 27. This is 27. And did I get that right? 14 and 2, 25. Yes. Okay. So here it's not 27. Why in the world did I mark 27? It's 40. It's 40 and 14 equaling to 54. 14, 14, 54. So, yeah, I didn't want to get into this. We were talking about the game of craps, and this is what they scream out, yo. Okay. This Y is a division between +1 and -1. The division, this is also a 3-star, which is 120 degrees apart. Again, starting off with a 1, starting off with the 1, starting off with the 2, starting off with the 3. I understand the 1 and 2. I'm not quite sure of the 3. I have to think about it. But give me 2 minutes. I'm going to come back. If you have any questions, I'm not really on any subject right now. And if you want to take a look at something and not, or at the, I don't know, so let me put something out here. So I'm going to get something to eat in the kitchen. And I don't know if you want to look at that. I don't know if there's any mistakes in it. 9, 11, 13. Yeah, there are some numeric mistakes in it, so I don't want to show that. Perhaps trying to understand this one or this one. Because this is the basic singular alphabet in Gematria 1 through 7. I just continued up. And just give me a minute. I need something to eat. I did not eat yet. We live in the house of the Kaaba. Okay, that is the order of this house. This is how this, I believe, don't forget, what I do is for arts and entertainment only. I find all my information from games, from dice cubes, from cards, from artwork names and designs. We didn't finish with Mona Lisa. We didn't finish with the letters of A and L and not A and I. A and I are the tools of what will create within L, 66, 75, 84, everything about 12 and how we come to be who we are in these bodies living on this planet they call Earth and participating in all the games, because it's noted that we're having fun, even though there is a truth out there that many seek, but all they say is, thank God. They don't go any deeper than, thank God, praise God, I'll do the righteous. Even if I see there's evil all around me, I will do the righteous. But how do you stop that evil? Oh, let's not get involved. It's not for us. It's not for us. So we have to, anyways, so let me make my sandwich over here. We need to save this, what we're looking to save. We're going to should have a fundraiser, for this channel. And I'm going to be putting a major delay out, so major delay. With good reason. And then we're going to deal. I'm very pliable right now. Very pliable, because really, I'm just not in the mood. Just yes, okay, no problem. But this is what happens. It happened to the whole entire planet, all at one time. Everybody taught by the same basic undergoing. I'm going to just put it at that. So we're 2,000 of us. Quite sure we can spread the word. Okay, give me a minute. I'm making a cheese. I forgot to buy a bread again, or I didn't make an effort. So I'm just going to have some cheese and jam. Give me about a minute, and I'm going to be back with you. Just to note that this year as well is my son's, right? First repetitive, it's the 17th year ending, right? 17 the gateway since 2005. And we're in that time right now. My son's bar mitzvah, my visions, all good. Coming back. Just finished making this sandwich. Now I'm going to eat it. It's a tiny sandwich. I'm still eating. Give me another minute. Excuse me. Oh, I just dripped jam. Mm. Okay, coming back. Okay. Okay, nobody has said anything anywhere. Okay. So, what is number 41? Should we go over here? Should we go to what we were talking about here, that when we have B and R together, it's the queen and the king. It's the 12th and the 13th card. We either start 13-12, going 13-25, equaling to Earth, man, Earth, or what we call the bar. And if we start here, we'll call it the bat. So we're having one that we call the bat, and the other one we're calling the bar. The reason for this is that the 12th year of birth for a female, they call it the bat's mitzvah, and for a male, they call it the bar mitzvah. That's where all my information comes from. It comes from those who follow the moon. I'm working as part of the moon, and this is what comes up in the work. So that's that story. Now, if I was counting from 1 over to 12, okay, that would equal to 78. I was counting 1 over to 13, that will equal to 91. We're going to call this one 8. We're going to call this one 7. There's a reason for this. The reason for this, as you can see, G and H, the gateway, is that the queen is the 12th card in the deck, and she has 8 eyes. To where the king is the 13th card in the deck, and the king has 7 eyes. Now, 16 for the queen and 14 for the king. So not only is the king numeric value 41, it also has 14 eyes. The queen, 6 and 1, equals to 7. The 1 and 4 equals to 5. Look at that. Again, more numbers to go with the moon. Out of the queen becomes the heaven and the gateway to what the king becomes, the DNA, to where the king becomes what is 7 come 11 inside the cube, to where the K in king is what is creation. King is creation as the 11th letter. The reverse alphabet, it is the ping in king. Now we can go ping or king, so I'm not sure what terminology we can use in the computers, but it is the 16th letter, and this creates the half-life in creation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will equal to 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 6 plus 7 equals to 13. 0, 3, and 13. 3 and 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 and 4. They are the inverts of each other, even in their mathematics. Can I go on one more step inside of P? If we become 16 into 76, right, could be single numbers, into what is a total of 55, that will be a total of 35, that will be a total of 23, that will be a total of 11. I mean, what just happened? I just turned my P into 11. Well, 1 times 6, 6. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 times 6, 42. 7 plus 6, 13 equals to 55. 5 times 5, 25. 5 plus 5, 10, equaling to 35. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 8, equals to 23. 2 times 3 equals to 6. 2 plus 3 equals to 5, now down to 11. So now we match them up. It's in the same, however you want to call that category. Why did I call this? Because in order to create 5, it's 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3 plus 2 equals to 5. And that 12 is the letter L. LL, 1, 5, it becomes Alla. 33, 3 by 3 cube, 47 time. This is how I got this answer. 3 by 3 by 3 actual cube. 33, it's 3, it's 33, and it's 333. Inside the cube, it becomes 333. The separation of all these numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 3, 2 plus 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3, equals to the top numbers. Going sideways is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it's 11, 33, if you want to look at it that way. And is that 363? $363, the student of creation. Ire. The mathematical for this, okay, the math for that, and you can create other equations as long as we continue to use them. It'd be 363, in which 18 and 9, 27, to which 3 times 6 is 18 times 3 is 54, plus 12 equals to 66, to what is 18 and 9 equals to 27. 9, 3, 9. 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals 28, equals 11, equals to what is 39. And that is the rat star, Saturn. And these are angel, 10 angels. The word 10 is 39. 15 and 7, 22 and 5 is 27, and 12 is 39. And there's a few other things that go with it. I'm just trying to think where I'm going to go with this, where I go with this next. Then we can start adding up this side or this side and figuring out other things that go along with this. The next math problem for this will be this, and then it'll be this. This is our energy. And then our next problem will be the next, let me see. Oh yeah, I just added them up to a single digit. And then the next one will be 23, and then 23, and this will be 75 and 13, and then it'll be 88. This is where we are right now. We are Electric Company in Pegasus. And the reason for this is because the next one is your gateway right over here. That's what's at the doorway. So if I did this again, if I was to do this again, but to a single digit, how did I come up with this? 2 times 7 equals to 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 0. 9 equals to 23. It can also be noted that 7 is the power of 2. Because I'm not sure. You see, I wrote it down, but what if I said 2, 7? How do you know what I'm talking about? Right? Did I mark 2 7s? 7 times 7 equals to 49. How do you know I didn't say 77, right? So 7 and 7 equals to 5. Yes, so that's where we get the 23 here. Where do I get the 66? 6 times 6 is 36. 6 plus 6 is 12, equals to 48. And this one over here is also a value of 39 in Pythagorean count. So that 66 gateway through the 7th gate is taking us into the reflective world. Where else? Yeah, so 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. No, 2 and 3 is 5. 2 and 3 is 5. Then what I did is 5 times 3 is 15. 5 plus 3 is 0.8 equals to 23. Then I did 5 times 5, 25, times 3 is 75. We're inside the moon, and we're man in the moon. Why? 13, you become a man. 75, sorry, is the DC moon because it's 75 and it's not 57. So it's king and queen, if you want to look at it this way. Actually, the total is talking about queen, but what 7 and 5 does is it refers to time energy, or 57, whichever way you want. And this is a 2020 reality in this, because it's 2 away from the 7th gate, 0, 0. But if you want to bring it back to the 7th gate, it'd be 79, 79 over 25, 52. Or we can go 97, but it doesn't matter. Why? 7 plus 9 equals to 16. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. That's why. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals to 10, and 7 equals to 17. 17, the gateway in the blue world, 57. This is also noted to be 3/4. I also like to note that 25 times 3 and 19 times 3 is the actual, let me see this, 1925, okay, equals area space 44 inside of Mars for our birth in the gateway. Something to do about 1925 to 1944. Where do I get these numbers from? I divided 57 by 3, I got 19. I divided 75 by 3, I got 25. So if I had to bring it into this time as we are right now, that would be 5775, or it would be the year 2015. But here I got it as 1925. Now we're in the 21st century. 3060. When you minus it, is that what it is? 3760? 3760. 37 is what the average is of 36 numbers. 76 in the spirit of the halfway house. 0 in pending on position. Okay, in this position, I'm going to use it as a 4. Usually I like to use it as a 6 because we live in the half-life. But I'm assuming in this equation, because this is less than 4, 1, 2, 3, I'll use the 0. 1, 2, 3, 0 equals 4. 4, 5, 6, 0 equals 6. I'm just thinking right now, because the world we live in is the halfway house right here. So I divide things by 3 because that's what I found out to be the first side is just a 3. Then it goes to when it comes back to 10, and it only happens, it says it's every 9 8 plus numbers. So if I go 10, the next time it happens is at not at 18. See, it's 1 plus 9. It's 8 in between plus 1 to connect. So it's 8 in between, bringing me from 1 to 9, and then it goes into 10. Then it'll bring me to 18 and then into 19. So R and S comes together. When this cycle happens and it turns over, 1, turn over at 10, turn over at 19, turn over at 28, turn over at 37. Now, wait a second. We started at 1. Our first turnover was at 10. Our second turnover was at 19. Our third turnover was at 28. These all numeric values go at Rotas Sator. They're the mathematics with Rotas Sator. All of them. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then after 37 is 46. Then after 46 is 55. And then 64, 73, 82, 91. That's when it turns completely over, AI. That is 9 complete cycles. Let me do it again. When I get to 91, it's actually like first. There is no 100. We fit into it as 10. So it's 90 for the birth, and then 10, whatever effect we are in that, A, B, C, D. And then everything exists because of us, or something like that. Or we're made from everything that exists, like the leftovers. That's why we get these little pimples. I mean, specifically, we look at cards, and there's a reason things are set up this way. You see this? Are they horns, or is it the letter J for Jack as the plug-in? She holds the key. Her feet holds the soul. I'm not even really sure what it's actually doing, but for me, this is a story. Where else am I? Where else can I go with this? I'm just trying to see something. Still nobody participating, or are we all just robots? Because I can't, I'm trying to learn here by the input of others. So anyways, when I talk about number 63, I rather just go over to 63 is the inverted of what the king is. The king is numeric value 41. In order to get 41 mathematically, it's 5 times 6, 5 plus 6 equals 11 plus 30. 11 is what is creation, and there are 4 times 30 days in the year. So that 4 is going to be reflected for Mars, equaling to 120, equaling to a pole. The 2 factor will tell me about Earth. The 1 factor will tell me about Mars. The 1 factor will tell me about Mercury. The 2 factor will tell me about Venus. But in certain situations, if I use 2 numbers, am I talking about 2 cubes now? So now I'm going to look at things maybe a little bit differently. We also have to understand that where in the world does Mercury and Venus fit in? Where do they fit in? Because for me, Mercury and Venus have to do with, Mercury has to do with either matter or energy, okay, within Venus. Matter or energy within Venus on Earth. Therefore, for matter and energy to be within Venus on Earth, are we what is 1 and 2? Part of 1 and 2 as the 9 birth? How would we mathematically work that into 9? Or actually, it's a natural. We are the 9 birth in the 8th heaven. In the mirror world, 10 through the 7th gate, 7 and 10, 17, 9 and 8, H and I, 17. Mars is 3 17s, 51, or Mars is also, okay, Mars is 3 17s for 51, but what if you go 3 times 10 equals 30 equals 3, and 3 by 7 equals 21 equals 2 and 1 equals 3, 33. So Mars now inherits what is the rotation of birth in the sun? 2 letters, I and R. Resh and the I letter, or the Yod. I think I is Yod, Yod Resh. I'm losing my vision. So we had the king and the queen, the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah, where the bar mitzvah ignites the 169 moons. Now, if I should use 169 area spaces on here, I would have 1 space in the center of 168. Now, if I go in both directions, I will occupy 66 and myself 66 and myself 12 12 12 12. And if I go towards the corners, it's another 12 12. So I have 48. That is the number 48. And then everything is cut into 45-degree angles. So now what we can do is we can go 8 times 45 equals to 360. 360 or 63 is what is round. Why? Because you start in the center and you go 360 degrees around. So you're starting from Mars. Is that the 50 spot in darts? The number 63, 7 times 7, 7 plus 7, okay, in which 2 sevens, 1 7, or 2 sevens, 2 sevens, it becomes female. 1 7, it's males. So we're having an interaction here. So just give me a second. So 77, what? Yes. So you have, I'm just trying to figure out where I was. Oh my God, this is not good. Do I have to play it back? 7 and 77. The bar mitzvah 13. I'm just trying to think where I was. Was I? Oh yes, okay. So I was talking inside of a Monopoly. Let me get back to Monopoly. I'd start to explain too many things. I forget what track I'm on. If I have to explain everything all the time, it's hard to work alone. So Monopoly has, when you create Heinz, when you create the flag of Great Britain, it's Heinz. It's the reverse of Mars. Heinz 57. Here is the letter H. It is the 8th letter, H. The reverse is the letter S, 19. The R letter is the 18th letter. The reverse is the 9th letter, and the letter is I. The N is the reverse of the M, which is the 13th and 14th letter. And the Z is the 26th letter reverse of the A letter. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. 2, 3, 4, 5. 51. Mars. Heinz. 17 and 14. 8. 0, 8, 0, 9. 8, 17 and 4. 21. 27. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. 57. 212 made this. I had to carry over at 2 and had to carry over at 2. So it took 3 spirits with 1 Venus. But let's not look. And this equals to JH reverse QS. Queen of Spades, Jack of Hearts. October octagon. And it's just ironic that this is Mars and this is Heinz. That's all, nothing more than that, but it's 57. 12 and 13. 91, the spirit, but the spirit comes in quarters because there are 4 91s to 364, which equals to 7 times 7 times 7. 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to 21, equals to 343. And if you notice, 2 and 1 is 3. And this over here equals to 364 days and 13 moons. Yes, we were talking about Monopoly, right? Where here, 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 and here is 616, 616 to the 1 day arrest. So where Heinz is the H. To where we have the letter I. To where the N in Heinz comes in. And then to finish it off, we will have the Z that comes in. And this is how you spell Hinz. And this is Union 73, Nibiru 73, Jack 25. So that these two values is 98. We can have the moon coming together in BC between Venus and Earth. All math counts. 31 is the cube to 17, the gateway in the ring and the pole. Ring and the pole, that's the cube. The total is 96 and 87. The Queen's Gateway and rotation of the sun. I don't know if I can, this was already cut here. I don't know if I can do that. And trying to see if there's any other, oh yeah, I can do this. But I'm not going to go that way because everything's going in one direction. So this becomes 4 areas, this becomes 2. But I'm going to leave it like that. Maybe I'll chop it up and do it like that. So what do you see? Union Jack. What we see, and when you see it in 3D, 2 cubes. Now, my question is, can I cut this down here, find the center? I see 2 cubes. But anyways, that's the way I see Union Jack. And 1, 5, 5, 1. Rotation of the sun in time. 5 and 5 is 10, becomes 1, 1, 1. It also becomes 1, 8, 1. So the spirit rotating in the heavens, but not in this one over here, but it rotates back to what this is. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10, is 35. Electric company. So one is Mars, the other one is Earth. Earth, Mars. So that's what I see. I'm going back to the kitchen for a second. Obviously, it's mostly robots here because it says 10 people on Odyssey, and no one says anything. So, and I know no one really wants to talk. So, how about nodding your head and going like that? I'm going to the kitchen for a minute. I'm gonna put something on. Maybe I should cook supper, take a 10-minute break. I don't know. Wow, look at that. You know, I'm eating cheese just to cheese and a cracker with jam. Okay, I'm gonna put my last piece. You know, give me 1 minute. Gotta let a little more light in. Okay. So we did the Union Jack thing, matching Nibiru, matching Mars with Heinz. So the number to the moon will create the numeric value for energy. We'll create the numeric value for Jesus. We'll create the numeric value for angel. We'll create the numeric value for Saturn. We'll create the numeric value for the word 10, which consists of A, B, C, D, equaling to 10. When you're using 4, it is a 2.5 average, which is the relationship to the gateway on Earth through J and G, not through H and I. H and I come from Earth's heart. They are the bricks on the wall. The reason I say it this way is, number one, let's make some bricks. I'm going to make these large bricks so you can see. And I'm not looking for the mortar. I'm just doing it in a simple way. You see, when you paint things and you write things, you're not sure where everything should go. See those lines crossing in between, going east and west? What happens is there's an area space between these 6 dots. Each one of them is 3 dots in a row, 3, 6, 9, right? There's an area space that's in between that if I was using square paper, right, that image would be lost, because what I'm actually working with are dots. I'm working with dots, a dot, not with a line. So if I'm working with a dot, wouldn't you say that the 360 degrees of that dot and the 360 degrees, because every dot, I mean, I'm assuming gets 360 degrees. We can do it in this world as pixels, and that's why all the numbers are exact, because you can find it out in pixels and say, okay, it's in pixels. Where is it? It's between here and here. What's the number? Hey, buddy, it's between here and here. This is the location. Can you pinpoint me the location? Hey, buddy, it's between here, here, and here. This is the location. See but it actually is the cube going that way, right? So we're going to continue on and do these bricks. And Moses. 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 Where do I get this? The E is a 3, although it's a 5. The creation of E is from 2, in which 2 created 3. And then 3, right? And then 3, okay, created 5. 2 creates 3, creates 5. E, B, C, Bell Canada Enterprises, 235. Where do I get this from? Because the letter S on square paper can look like a 5 as well. The O is like a 0. And this is a Roman numeral, the letter M. This is the way my mind thinks. Remember, if we're going to do this work, this is for art and entertainment purposes, and I have to be in school and learning. But the school I am in is the school of the world, where everybody said something for no reason at all, because it was just in the game. AE, arts and entertainment, 1 and 5. In fact, all the Roman numerals, M, 1000. What's the next one? D, 500. C, 100. L, 50. X, 10. I are 1, 1. So can I go 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 0, 0, right? I'm going to try and explain this in a minute, but I didn't finish the bricks yet. Hold on a second. I'm jumping all over the place. Too many things. I lose myself, and it's no fun, but I like this one over here, Loso. So I added it in because I used up all the area spaces. So in this one, I have to just move this apart, right? This one is 1. This one here, okay, is 2. This one here is 15/6. This one here is 4. This one here is 20/2. This one here is 8. Where does this come from? If this was binary code and I had to multiply it by 5, so this would be 5 times 5. There, let me see. Did I get that right? No, this would be, oh, sorry. This would be 10. This would be 1. Because this would be binary 2. 5 times binary 2 equals to 10. Then this one over here, right, would be 1, 2, 4. So it would equal to 4. And that means what is 1,000 is actually only 2 times. And this would be 5 times what is 420. 420, right over here inside of D. Now, the thing, this might just be preposterous to you, but it's a relationship that I use. It's a relationship that I use. And it just so happens that X and 1 is what creates 9, 11 as X1 and X1. And another thing with 9, 11, I'm trying to see if I can explain this, is first of all, in between 9 and 11 is 10. With 3 dice in the game of Sickbo, the odds and the division of numbers between the lower half and the higher half is at 10. 10 is the lower half. And the reason is you're using 3 dice cubes. The average is 3.5 each. If I have that corrected, reverse 7s. So that would be 10.5. The 10.5 equals to the 10J and the 0.5 E. E to me is noted, like A, as a dividing number in between everything. That is what E stands for me. Because if you go halfway between here and there, half the relationship between 1 and 2, right? 1/2 equals to what is half, HALF. Half, 8, 9, 21, 27. It's telling me 27 is only half. H is usually silent, so you probably have 19 and 8 equaling to 27. So something about half, which is 1 and 2 coming together. So we did the Roman numeral thing. We're going to continue on with the Roman numeral thing. And what it is here is that between M and D, okay, is, or let me do it to a simple digit. M equals to 1 plus all these zeros. D equals to 5 and all the zeros. C equals to 1 and all the zeros. L equals to 5 and all the zeros. X equals to 10 and all the zeros. I equals to 1. Hold on a second. Oh, we forgot about V. So V equals to 5, and then I equals to 1. So it's all about this. Now the separation is 2, 3, and 4, but not when you're coming from M to D. Between M, I don't like that my paper's so messy. Between M, I don't like that my paper's so messy. You see, between M, right, and D, right? I'm not talking about V, because if you have DV, you have 505, right? I'm talking about M and D. And I'm not talking MD as medical direct. What I'm talking about is this is 1,000. This is 500. In between the actuality, when you're coming down, it's 900, it's 800, it's 700, and it's 600. I'm not going to count the above and below. 1 and 5, okay, as Mars is number 51. It is 32, a combination of Venus, Earth, okay. What it did is it did this like that, and then the 2 did that right through. And then when you look at it, you take your position and you tend to see, 4 went into 6 and crossed over under with 9 and 1. Therefore, what is happening with 3 and 7? So 1 and 3 becomes the moon. This one becomes energy. This one becomes rotation and the sun passing through the E worlds. And this is 2 here and 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you follow this little diagram? I said it quick because I'm not fluent in it, you know, and I'm never sure if it should be done that way or should it be done. See, a builder would say, this is your measurement. But actually, do you know what? Usually everything comes by 8 feet inch. I don't want to talk 10, 30, 36 is feet, and sometimes you have foot. Okay, so you have 30, 56. So a foot is 56, feet is 36. So the difference went down 20. So it's minus 20 to go from 1 foot to 2 feet. So if you have 2 feet, right, you actually have 24 inches. You have an inch. So if you have an inch, you got 11 and 3 and 14 and 9. You have 23, 26, 36. You have 37. So you have an inch from 12 inches, from 24 inches. Or is it 12 inches or 24 inches? So now I'm going to have to understand 37 by 24. 37 times 24 equals to 8, 8, 8. So I guess just by trying to understand the numbers, they give you your results, right? Why didn't I use 36? What is 36? Let's try that. 36 times 24 equals to 36 times 24 equals 864. Well, why don't we look at that number and why don't we think like this? Where did I go? Why don't we think like this, right? We have the same number, right? Why don't we think like this now? Let's check this out. Watch. 24 hours times 60 minutes times 60 seconds equals to 864. 864 times the famous 3 equals 25,920 times 3 equals to 25,920. And you can look up the Maya. So we're going to go over here because everything I do is documented somewhere else online. The Maya timeline of 25,900 and civilization mystery Maya civilization timeline. When did the Mayan civilization end? Well, that's not what I want. 25,920 Maya. Here, Wikipedia. Now, the question is, do you trust Wikipedia? 25,920. Go inside of it. Now, I don't know if can I get you on my screen? Is there anywhere I can invite split screen? Split screen? No, my screen's not split. Okay. Share what? Anyways, so you can see, let me adjust the camera here. Okay, let me see. Let me just make this smaller. Okay. The period of one complete cycle, equinox, and eclipse are 25,800 years, according to the Greek astronomer Hipparchus of the sun. Appears to move 1 degree to the right every 72 years. So 1 degree by 360 by 72. 360 times 72 equals to 25,920. 360 times 72, which is what is 1440. 4 times, which is times, divide this by 4, is 18. So 18 by 1440 is 25,920. And there were 18 Mayan months, and there's 1440 minutes in our day. So the position of the Earth axis in the northern skies, almost with Polaris, the star. We have to remember the names. Plato hypothesized, right? The orbital motions of the sun and the moon, the naked eye planets, forward or back in time, would arrive at the same point where they're the same position as they are today. He called it the time period the great year that suggests such a unified return would take place every 36,000 years. So what we have to do is we have to go 36,000 minus 25,920. And that answer is minus 36,000 equals to 36,000, 10,080. 10,080. Do I have the camera in the right spot? 10,080. But that's really not 10,080. It says 10,080, but it's not, because this is our rotation of 360 degrees, okay? This, okay, is a full rotation. What I mean is I had to multiply that 1 day of seconds. I had to multiply this by 3. So we want to take the base note. So I'm going to have to take the base note and say 12,000 instead of 36,000. And I'm going to take the base note here and call it 8640. And the balance is 0633. Now, I don't know what that means, but that looks like in time and rotation of the sun, 60 seconds on the clock. I'm just trying to see. And why did I do this? I divided this by 3. I divided this by 3 to get the unit number. The second unit number would be, you can go 6630. You can also go 6720. Wow. 7290 is the Earth diameter, and it can be unveiled to fit into this number through some math tricks, but I don't want to get into that. So I'm not going to talk about that. All I know is right now, this year, according to the calculation that I put together, is 84 years. Now, this is complicated because we have to match numbers, right? We have to match numbers. It's the 84th year since I should write this out, right? And I still didn't finish drawing the bricks yet. Okay, I'm going to do the bricks first, but I'm going to go to the kitchen and get something to drink. The bricks and 1938, 5783. 84 years, or 83 plus 3 plus 1 cube, 63, and 21. Oh, there's so many things that are going on. Oh my God. Okay, let me get just, you know what? No one's saying anything. Not really sure if it's robots or not. It's 1:40. I'm going to come back in 2 minutes. I'm going to prepare something on the oven for myself and eventually take a 10-minute dinner break. I don't want to leave anybody that's not here, but I'm going to write it down that the time is 1:41. Break for 2 minutes. Then again to eat for 5 minutes. Video will continue. So that's what I'm doing because I just don't want to stop. And I have to check. Yeah, and for those of you who can see this apartment, okay, and know how many years I've been doing this, although there's a chance I get this this great place. In fact, this great place is going to be in a synagogue. That's where my new home would be. It would be exactly in a synagogue that's 110 years old. That's where I will be going. And if the deal goes through, that is going to be fantastic. But I prefer to stay here. I like the area. I've been a good citizen. I pay my rent on time. If there's a problem in the yard that he really knows that I'm around, then I'll help out. So I'm like more idea to stay than anything else. But I don't like to be, you don't want crooked people around. And if you don't stand up, then who will? You know, if the crooked person walks into another crooked person, what's going to happen? Right? That's not what things are all about. So yeah, so I'm going to flip the camera upside down. I'd really love to come up with a couple of million. Maybe somebody suggests to start a GoFundMe to raise $2 million. I think that's what I'm going to do after. This is my ceiling, and I'm going to be making something in the kitchen. I'm going to take a couple of minutes. Wow, I shouldn't have ruined what I had yesterday. Look at that, eh? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. So I'm cleaning a pot that should have been cleaned, you know. I used to cook dinner and clean right away, but now sometimes I let it go for a day, and that's no good. If you can get done now, get it done now. Don't waste your food. Eat your vegetables. Well, you know what? Nowadays, powder is good. So. Bon, bon. I washed my plate. I am here in the kitchen. I'm going to make some portobello mushrooms and a couple of chops. Right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to cook, and because I don't want to get off. I'm going to be busy for a couple of minutes. I'm going to be cooking this. Then I'm going to come back for a couple of minutes. So if you want to take a 15-minute break or something, although I'm going to be here anyways. So like I said, the main goal right now, is to save this place, try and raise $2 million to buy the building or so, and que sera, you know what I'm saying? Que sera, get that church, move into that church. Oh God, you know, so many chances. So now I'm going to cut up these portobellos, right? You know, it's like eating this and shiitakes. Oh my God. When you know someone who can cook good shiitakes, it's like eating meat. Like I think I know my next restaurant. You want to open a restaurant? Open a mushroom restaurant. All you serve is mushrooms and onions, basically. That's it, mushrooms and onions. You really got to know your food, right? I mean, you can serve it with rice if you want, right? Or carrots, but your main dishes are mushrooms and onions. That's all. That's it. Mushrooms, onions, and there's many things you can do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody went to that poutine stuff, right? This is mushrooms and onions. And you know what's so fantastic? You grow mushrooms in manure, right? You grow mushrooms in manure. And the cat and the dog, right? The cat and the dog. Did you know that the numeric value for dog is 26? The queen, the card, the game, all number 26. Did you know that you cannot, okay, and I'm not talking about any special cases, you cannot have a dice cube, okay, with the 2 up and the 5 up. You cannot see the 5 if the 2 is up on a dice cube. You cannot see the 1 if the 6 is up on a dice cube. You cannot see the 4 if the 3 is up on a dice cube. Those are the 3 scenarios on the dice cube. The next one, you cannot see 8 if the 3 void is up. You see, we have to add in the V for void in that scenario. And the reason is that the 6 reverse 1 on the cube has 3 voided areas. So if I say 8 void, okay, the opposite of 8 void is 3 void. So your creation, your CH, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2, to what is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. That is your stand creation, because first and second end with initials ST and RD. And together that's stand. So 1 times 1 and 2 times 2 equals to 1 equals to 4 times plus 1 equals to 2 equals to 3. 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Did I get that right? Right. And the total equals to 8, and that is CH. But when it's CH, it is also, okay, the possibility that within H, the heaven, is the I birth. That is where the bricks come in, and that is where Earth's heart comes in. And all that I speak, all my information comes from the calculator, the ATM number setup, the new and old digital telephone setup of numbers, the keyboard numbers, dice cubes, Rubik's Cube, the deck of cards, and different games like blackjack, where everybody's screaming for a monkey, where 8 is number 22, and all of a sudden down on Wall Street, all of a sudden where the Bears and the Bulls were out, right? LL coming together, 12-12, 6 times 6, I don't know, whatever 12-12 you want to use. 66 and 75. What connects 7, 57, 75? 66. So with all these connections and games, and then you have poker telling us a different story. You have blackjack telling us ace can be 11, but only 1 out of the 4 aces can be 11. And anyways, if it was 2 aces at 11, you would go bankrupt or bust. I'm sorry, you would get 22 ape. So when you go ape, so when the player loses, so now we have to do a numeric value for the word player. We also have to do a numeric word for the word bank. As well, why not understand where we are? The creation of 31, the cube. the creation of 31 the cube, to where Mars, E, and I come together, 5 and 1, which is Mars, or the S and I come together in Rotas Seder, 19 and 9, 28. And then the division of the three worlds, and that word is casino. Started with a C, manufactured by a K. You know, I'm going to put a little bit more juice in this one. And I'm going to come back there. I'm just trying to think, where else do I see? Well, if it's a baseball game, then we know there's 9 innings, but there's 9 innings for both teams. And there's 2 teams. And each team has the number of players they have on their roster. As well, there are apparently about 9 to 10 positions based on the field. And in one of those positions, we are going to go to the AL, American League, where creation came into the 9 birth, and not the National League, where the creation came through the sun. And where in the American League, they use a DH. If they're using a DH, they can be using a pole and a ring. They can be out in Pluto. They can have their 9 birth in Pluto. So they have to triple the size of this world instead of being born on Earth. Baseball. 9 innings for each team. 18 total. So the I and R are the only 2 letters in the alphabet. The only 2 letters in the alphabet of their kind. They're the only 2 number 9s in Pythagorean single-digit counting of their kind. 18 fits into the numeric value of the sun, and what is 4 by 18 equals 74, or is 72. And I did a thing on 72 before, and I have to write something down. I wrote 4 times 18, but it's also 3 times 24. 3 times 24, or 4 times 18. Remember, in this world, the split house is DC, like Washington, DC. That is the split house. Numeric value per house planet is 68. Inside the word planet is the word 10, 39. The other part of 30 is the 29, and that is the birth. 29 and 39. So 2 and 3 will come together as 1 and 2 comes together. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is what created 2 and 3. So we continue to put 2 and 3 together. And when 9 and 9 come together, it's just 1 9. That's just what 9 is. But is it a 5 4 9? Or is it a 6 3 9? Because if it's a 5 4 9, it's if it's a 5 4 9, it is a Mars, a Venus Earth creation. If it's a 6 3 9, it becomes. If it's a 6 3 9, it becomes a king creation, a creation from 7. Remember, 9/11 are separating, right? 9/11 separate number 10. I don't want to forget that. Wow, I'm thinking. Yes, so 3 and 4 equals to 7, and 6 and 3 equals to 9, and 6 and 1 equals to 7. So 1 and 4 or 4 and 1 comes together. So in one world, it came in with the 2. In the other world, it came in with the 1. So it was 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. The 3, 4 are polarities of each other. Therefore, what is happening with 1 and 2, 1 is inside the heart of all the numbers, but 1 is in the 3 position. 1 is the directive of inside of what 4 is. 1 and 4, 5, other than what is 2 and 3. And 2 and 3, if I stand corrected, I think that will create one of the angles of the Star of David. If I get this correct, just let me just see if I can design this. Uh, okay, so here is 2 and here is 3, and the invert of 2, 3 is what is 7 over here in this area here, and what is 8 over here. So 8 goes with 2, 10, and 2 goes with 3, right? 8 goes with 2, 10. 8 goes with 2, 10. This is your cycle. Now this, if you take a look, I don't have the full design. I'm going to try and do the best I can. And I got to go back to the stove. So when you do this and, no, I want to do it on this level over here. Did I get that right? Okay, so when you look at that, I was going to sort of talk about, you see this area here and this area over here. See, it's a different kind of tilt than this one. Do I have that tilt? It's not here. This is less of a tilt. So it's something into that range that that I'm seeing. So listen, I have to go back to the stove. It says 11 people watching, but I just think it's just to encourage me to stay on. That's what I believe. Somebody wave or something. Just give me a minute. And you know what? Maybe I've been on long enough. Maybe I'll. Oh yes, I have to come back and finish those 2 items. Right. There's 2 items to take care of. Maybe I can take care of them before I eat or something. So I don't even have a towel. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on. We've got a runner upstairs. So we have 11 people on Odyssey. Who's on YouTube? Let's see who's on YouTube. Probably just myself. Nobody's watching me here. Okay, nobody says, nobody watches. So I just tried to compose myself on this stuff. That's why it's much easier to do it for my own audience, like myself only. But it is what it is. I'm not in a race. I think I lost my stream somewhere. No. Oh, I think it's here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's the stream here. I'm going to show you a piece on Rotas Sator that I put together. And in this scenario over here, I'm trying to see where my picture is. Yes, in this scenario over here, I flipped it backwards and forwards, bringing 18 and 18 and 18 together. But if I wanted to use it as 18, 18, and 18, and I didn't want to use this one, how can I get here? How can I stop on 3 18s? This is the way I stop on 3 18s. First I have 1, and then I have 2, and then I have another. If I had to run this one into this one, I would have to run through this one over here, leaving me at 3.5. So I have a total of 54 and 18. See, the sun runs this way. My diagram shows me that the sun must run on a 45-degree angle. Actually, is it a 45-degree angle? So if the sun, so that, yeah, that's a 45. So it's 45 and 135, okay, equaling to 180. And it's 45 and 315 equaling to 360. We call it the aigu and the grave angle. This is a French term, and it's actually what is a French accent, ACCENT, AC cent, whatever it is, sent from this way or sent from this way. One's an AC cent. So this is the balance of 180 degrees. The alphabet, okay, has 351 for a count, meaning count 1 through 26 equals 351, in which A, E, I, O, and U equal to a total of 51. So the alphabet is 300. And to note that O, okay, O equals to 15 plus 36 equals the 51. So inside of what is supposed to be Mars, inside what Mars is all about, it is the black 29 and not the red 27. Red 27 gate. Otherwise, it's black. I'm going back to the oven to check my food. I have a few things that I want to say. I don't know if I should make you wait and take a break for 10 minutes. I don't know if that's fair to anybody. But you know what? If you want to stay here, I really need to eat. I'm going to be taking a 10-minute break right now, and I'm coming back at 2:12. I don't promise what's going to be going on in the video as I continue. I tend to forget. I will come back to this 315. Just note that it's matter and energy inside of it. Mercury, the first three letters of Mercury are inside of it. Orange is inside of it because orange is 60, and orange ball and pool is the 13 and the 5. The total of 13 and 5 equals to what is 18, which is the letter R. The 13 is M and the 5E. And the 5E, but I'm going to be taking a 10-minute break. See, the orange ball and pull is the 13 and the 5. The 13th letter is M for matter. The E letter is the 5th letter. The word SUN, sun, is 19, 21, and 14. 1, 3, and 5. 9, 2, and 4. 1, 3, and 5, 9, 2, and 4. We're going to go over that. One is in the addition, one is in the multiplication. It takes 4 times to create this, equaling to 3696. We're going to divide it up this way. Or actually, I shouldn't do that. They're singular letters. They're singular numbers. So let's not start with that. Let me go get something to eat in the kitchen. I need to spend 10 minutes. So I'm coming back at 2:14, and I'm going to leave on the board. I'm going to leave on the board what this is about. It is the house of Kaaba, and there is the house. This is the basic from the roulette board. You know, I can talk a little bit more. We can look at hockey. Hockey, if you want to go to the middle of the game of hockey, you're going to have to be at the 10-minute mark of the second period, where 10 minutes are played and 10 minutes are finished of the second period. But your 10:20 location
right, would be 20 minutes of the first period that's over to the 20 minutes that they're still left to play, plus the 10 minutes in the second period. How we score? Um, in life, it's on the seventh day God rested, right? But in hockey, there is no seven, right? Because the goalie, right? You go 1 and 6 equals to 7, right? But the goalie is in the nets. You have one goalie, and that goalie is in the nets. Okay? You have God resting on the seventh day. So is he resting on the nest? In the net? On the nest? No. So yeah. Everything is relative. We have to save this building here. You got to buy this building. I'm eating like a. I'm eating. I'm still here. Haven't forgot about anybody. Mushrooms are good. Mm. Mushroom restaurant. I'm still around. I'm still around. Take your time. Have a bite to eat. We all need to eat. If you write down that you're there and you want me to, you want me to wait for you, I'll wait for you too. We had the chance to do this. I'm live. We have a chance to wait for each other. Coincidence. How does something become a coincidence?
I shut off the stove. I'll be 2-3 more minutes. Make it 4, 5. Keep the sound on. I'm almost done. Almost done. Hey, kitty cat. Hey, kitty cat. You want? Okay. Cleaning my hands. Cleaning my hands. Moving everything over. Okay. And a little oat milk. Boom. I am ready. Throw out the garbage. Yeah, okay, you want to go outside? Okay, I'll let you outside. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, come on. Okay, this is the house of Kaaba. So if anybody's still here, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. No one has said anything. So what we're going to go back to is where we left off. And I spoke about the 45-degree angle, the Fox Pass. And since we need to use up a full area cube and not just through the heart, we are going to have to And this is also through the heart. So let's use, this is the heart. And then let's use, do I get this? No, I think it's, did I do that properly? No, that's wrong. Anyways, I was going to this, and this is a 45-degree angle, passing through 1, 2, and into 3. And now the question is it passing from the 7th gate? Because when I put this next to it, that's what it looks like. 7 passing all the way to 3. So now I'll connect this over here. And now I'm going to try and figure out going all the way down from 7 to 6 to 5. But wait a second, 3, right? What's the next section? What is it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. I have to go all the way up. How many floors are up? 3, 5, 5, and 7. 3, 5, 7. Those are your floors. G, U, N. 3 is U. 5 is N. 7 is G. 3, 5, and 7. So where am I? Yeah, so anyways, this is the angle of entry. One of the reasons is SUN is 19, 21, and 14 equaling to 54. But it is 3 letters. 81. 27 is a single letter. So we have a single letter of 27. That is 3 single letters to create sun. That the word numeric value for sun equals to 54. 54 can be A to Z equals 27, and Z all the way to A equals to 27. It's A plus Z, A plus Z. If you want to go to the minus part, it'll be 25. And I'm not going to get into the addition, right? Because 27 and 25 equals to how much? 7 plus 5 equals to 12. 2 plus 2 equals to 4. We have purple. We have Pegasus. We have 40 as 4 plus 36. Monopoly, Mona Lisa. It's not O, it's A. So now we have to differentiate what is O and A. We have to understand a little bit deeper into what are our vowels. First, O, your first 0 is made up at 10. You begin, although you begin as a non-market spot, okay? A non-market spot is depending on what shape you're going to use. The area you stand from that point and all around you is 360, regardless of which direction you go. Now, if you don't go straight, there's going to be a story to it. Right now, we're just going straight. And I just lost my place. Wow. Yes, A and O. Okay, O is the 15th letter. A is the 01st letter. We can go 1 and 6, which is the invert of the cube. 3 cubes
is what creation is about before it turns on to the dark side. And then 3 more passages will come along, and then it turns on to the light side. Light or red and black, more or less. What is telling me this? It is telling me that the roulette board is one of my guidances, and it guides me
Sorry about that. I think I ate a little quick. And
O as a vowel. O as a vowel is the only black letter in the vowel house. All other vowels, according to roulette, that is my what I use as a guidance. It tells me what color my letters are. I can also go to the horse racing because they have the 9 and 10 horses. And if they have more, I find the sequences and I run with the best sequence. I can easily, hold on.
the kids are upstairs on the balcony.
So we were talking, there's more to Mona Lisa than the picture itself, but it's the name. Mona, Ona, 1, 6, 5, 6, 9, 11. The O's will be 11. Sorry. Just give me a minute. Yes, 1 second. 1 second. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, I'm coming back in a minute. Okay. I think okay. I'm having a little supper digestion. Just give me a minute. You know what? Check this picture out. Give me a minute. Oh God. A little bit more water. Show must go on, right? Oh my God. Okay. Just oh, okay. Okay. Where was I? There's so many things going on. I don't want to forget. I want to be able to share everything that I have learned as I am still learning. Every day for the last 17 years plus, every single day, something new. Every day, something new that connected and connects. And then something else new. Every snowflake, they say, is different as all information at different times. Yeah, just give me a second here. Supper was a little tough on me. Okay. So everything is like so exciting every single day. Now, I know there's nobody here from YouTube, nobody here from Facebook. I wouldn't know if anybody's here on Odyssey, although it shows 12 people. It always shows 10, 12, 15. But anyways, a little, so what happens is 7 plus 7, well, it's 7 plus 5 equals to 12. So in pool, the 4 and the 12 are purple balls. 1 and 2 is 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. So it becomes 4, 2, and it becomes 4, 3. It becomes 4, 3 by an addition. So it becomes the window. Window 4. This one becomes the gateway. 6 and 8
This one, I'm just trying to think. Oh yes, this was a multiplication. That's how this one came in. So it's going to be split. So it's going to be 4 times 25% times 4 equals a window. And that would be 100%. Those 25 quarters, 4 equals to 4. But it creates a fifth x. Because once you create these 4 x's, it creates 1/5 x. So it's 5 times x plus o, the o that is inside of x. This is where 8, 4, 2, 4, 8, 6 come in to what is, right, 1, 3, 7, and 9. And then the diamond that flicks around all of them is to where the 5 of clubs comes in, or the 5 of diamonds. Just give me a second. You know, when you start to it's just that I always want to do it, you know. I just always want to do it. Like once the numbers are there, I don't want to stop while the numbers are there, and I lose myself because I go down one of the streets and I leave like I'm like the #1 bionic runner, you know, and I'm like over here and I'm going, that's the answer, and everybody's going, I didn't hear him say anything, right? So now let's look at this as the game of pool. When you go to the game of pool, you have a 13 stripe, you have a 5 solid. As like, and you're in the game of pool, you have a purple ball. 4 and 12 are purple, stripe and solid. 16, this one's number 16. This one's number 18. R and P, 34, 25. Earth, DC. This is 155. This is 0.55. 1.5 away from what is the core. See, the core is 55 at 355. What does it mean, 355? It means going 4 minus 0.5 and 3 plus 0.5. Now, the thing is, I can't, if they touch, they must touch from here. They each went to the dead center. I can't go to the dead center, otherwise one plugs inside the other. So that's the question. Does something plug inside the other, or does it end up over here? Would that be the reason why the 3, I'll get a center dot, which would be this one over here, and the other part of the 3, where the 4 is, would be in the top corner over there, because they can't meet the center. That's why the centers meet here, 5 but not on 2, on 3 but not on 4, in 1 but not on 6. That's the way they're made. They're made exactly. So this is more or less the way the S is being done. You can also use it. I'm just trying to think which other way you can use it. And I wonder if it was a crossover, what it would look like that. Anyways, so yeah, so this is the orange ball. Now, the 18 also talks about when it's number 18, not 16, right? 16 is a little bit different. You hear the word 6 in 18, okay, in French, okay, in French, you hear the word 10 and you hear the word 8. This is so the 8th, like the octagon October is the 10th month. This is Reish. This is to where the heavens, the spirit is in the heavens. Now, is it the heavens of Venus or the heavens of Mars? Which heavens? They are in the heavens of Neptune. The heavens of Neptune. The spirit at the 7th gate of Uranus, Venus, Neptune. Why all these things? And Earth, sorry, because in the void, right, in this voided area, there are 7 total areas equaling to what is the 7th planet as Uranus. The 2 dot equaling to what is Venus. But forget about the dot in the center, because that is where the spirit comes in. So there's only 6 representing Saturn. 3 and 3 with a division of 1 representing what is man, what is representing DC spirit, what is 8, time heaven or TH, because in order to create Venus into the spirit, right, we have to turn it into the spirit. So 2 plus 8 equals to 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1, equivalent to what 1 is. But we also have to understand, which I'm not fluent on this. In fact, I just thought of it, is that the real 1 dot is in the 5 position, equaling to what 6 is. So if the 1 dot is in that position and the 2 dot is in either the 3-7 position or the 1-9 position, what are the stories that come out of that? See, if it's in this position over here, it would be 9 and 1. With 1/4 turn, it would be 7 and 3. So it only takes a quarter turn. So when 2 is with 19, 4 or 3 is up. When 2 is with 37, 1 and 6 are up and down. To note that this is the house of Kaaba. When 1 is up and 6 is down, there are 14 around. 14 and 1 equals to 15. 6 is down, total 21. The 4th cube will create 84. Okay, where was I? Ha 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 ha. So everything is about how to use your equations. Where do I get my equations from? Have you ever heard of a Pythagorean count? A Pythagorean count or a Scrabble count. In the game of Scrabble, you can put a letter on top of an area space and it can say 3 times the letter. You can put a letter in an area space, it can say 2 times the word. The word and the letter. 2 times, 1 times, 3 times, Scrabble, scratch. The equations come from the side of the calculator where 1, 1, 1 equals to 3, or 4, 4, 4 equals to 12, 1 and 2 equals to 3, or 7, 7, 7 equals to 21, 2 and 1 equals to 3,
Where 6 times 1 equals 6. Well, 6 times 4 equals 24. 2 and 4 is 6. Where 6 times 7 is 42. 2 and 4 is 6. Where 9 times 1 is 9, and 9 times 4 is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. Where 9 times 4 is 36, is 36. Where 9 times 7 is 63. The invert of 7 is 4, and 4 is 7 to 3, 663. The higher creation in energy in the gateway. 74, Jesus. 77, matter, Christ. The Christ, the reverse to the 1-1 worlds, the continuation to the 1-1 world of the Christ is mass, M-A-S. 3 letters, 81. The word mass is 33, equaling to 33. 3 letters is 81. You are missing number 58. What is atomic? 1 second. Mass is 33 to 3 times 27 letter count equals to 81. 33 plus 48. The number to, wow, the reverse of mass is 48. And you get all these things. You get the ring, you get the pole, you get buy and sell, you get Pluto is 84. This is 3 times 16 equals to 48, or 3 times 28 equaling to 84. Now, I'm not sure what the inverts do, what the center of, what is the center between 48 and 84? If the difference is 36, you would have to go, is the difference 36? So you would go 56 and 56, take away 18, hold on, plus 18, oh, 66, and yeah, 66 would be the center. The center between 48 and 84 is 66. 48 plus 18, 66 plus 18, 84. That is ironic. That is actually ironic. Wow. Well, for me trying to figure it out. So we have the sun and the ocean, okay, coming together for matter and energy. In creation, now it's a split sun because the K, okay, the K is the 11th letter. The only letter in the alphabet that I've seen valued 11 is the ace in blackjack. 2 and 10, 12. 2 separate words. 2, 10. 2 and 10. 58 and 39 equals to 88 and equals to 97. 58 and 39. 58, value of the numeric value of 2 equals to 58, and 10 equals to 39. Now, in a one-on-one regular count, this total is 97. But to a single digit, 5 and 3 is 8, to 8 and 9 is 17, 1 and 7 is 8. So I know again, purple, Pegasus, the 4 and the 12 coming together. See, it began in the heavens with 4 and 8 equaling to what is 12. This is your 8 ball. The reason for that is the mirror world, okay, begins here at Mars. 4 and 8 equals to 12. If I went 4 and 9, okay, it'll be 13, and now it's the male. The male gets 4, 9, the female gets 4, 8. That's pretty funny. 4 times 12 is exactly 48, and you can't, this would be 3 times 13 plus 10. So what made me say this? Yes, because if I went 4, 8 and 4, 8 again, I'm looking at the mirror world. If I look at the creation world, I would go 3 and 9 equals to 12. So we have both the inverted worlds,
3 and 4, or the polarity worlds. Can I just make this clearer here somewhere? Okay, so we have the polarity world between 3 and 4. They're both in the 10 position. Okay, to what is here. If these are polarity, these are not polarity. These work in unison with each other. So if I have polarities here, we have unisons working in between, because the design of the H and the I is basically this design. And what would be the other design? Hold on a second. Why did I just do that? Yes, the 8 and the 9. So the H and the I is the 8 and the 9. And the 3 and the 4 would be your polarities. Like that. And they're the closest one. They're at what 5 and 5 is. Here and here. Meeting right here at this point over here. If this side was 3 and this side was 4, then meeting at this point here would be 0.55, like the 55-yard line. And then there's only 3 downs instead of 4. That's in the CFL. And it's both with 6 and 1 point, right? You get that free extra point. So that is that part. The alphabet we went over 1 through 26. We talked about the numeric value for the sun is number 54, but in its uniqueness, it uses the letters 1, 3, and 5, 1 and 9, 10, 1 plus 0, 1, 2 and 1, 3, 1 and 4, 5, the 14th letter, the 21st letter, the 19th letter. Although it is these two numbers here that will create this number over here eventually. Where did 924 come in? I don't remember. 36 divided by 4 is 9, and 24 divided by 4 is 924. This number over here, where did it come from? I don't remember where the equation was. There's so many equations, so many equations. Remember Mona Lisa, right? I'd have to look at this. Right away, this here, okay, is 14 and 15. It's almost like saying 12 and 13. If I folded a book, this would be the back side of this side. Or actually, this would be the back side of that side. Why did I put it this way? I don't know. Well, it doesn't go that way, but anyways. The king and the queen. And if this was the reflection, okay, the king and the queen is told to be split up in the word N and O. And it was split up. If I do the multiplication in this, it's split up between 9 and 11. N is 9, O is 11. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 5 and 4, 9. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 6 and 5, 11. There's another split in between here, and 10 is what connects 9 and 11. 10 is what connects 9 and 11. If I have over here 7, and I have over here 9, and I have over here 11, and I have over here 5, I put a 1 in between here and call that 6. I put 1 in between here and call that 8, and through the 7th gate into the house you were born. And then over here, you were born in the mirror world, and that was 10, and that was dark. Noah's Ark. So you were voiced into this world over here on Noah's Ark. And then after this one, once you come into the world, this one over here is number 13, and it's connected with number 12. And then the next one is number 15. And then if I understand correctly, okay, this one would be number 14. And this is where the sun would come in, inside number 14. And it would connect to 15. And I think 14, let me see this, 7. This was number 7. Then you have 9, 11, 13. And here's number 14. Here's number 15. I think it's stopped. Let me see. One of them's here. One of them's here. One of them's here. I'm just trying to think. And then, yes, yes, I think it's like that. Where the 15 OMOMOM at the top to at the bottom, this is 8. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3, where this is 1 and this is 1, to where 1 and 14 and 1 and 14 come together, to where 8 and 15 come together. And this is, aha, you can also look at it as the letter R. You can also look at this as, you have Mo. I'm just trying to think 6 and 4, so it's DEF, the Sun Federation. And you just give me a second. I'm a little sore. I need to stand up for a second, take a second break. Wow, no one's here. 0, no one at all. Nobody. Nobody. I got 4 likes and no one's ever watching. Pretty funny, isn't it? No one's ever watching. I got 4 likes. That is cool. Now, what's really funny is I have 13 watching in Odyssey and not 1 like. So why wouldn't the bot not just, oh yeah, look, 1 like, now I got to like, nobody's saying anything. And I got to come back to that. I don't want anybody to leave, even if they're not real. And I'm going to get to the kitchen. I'm a little hungry, but maybe I'll eat a little bit slower this time. Just 1 second. So if you know anybody who wants to, who likes art, who understands what is going on in this channel, and for those of you who don't know, I am being evicted. I'm here 17 years. Rent's always been paid on time. I don't want to tell you the whole story, but I've done nothing wrong other than the gentleman wants more money. And what's ironic about this story is he wants to subdivide my apartment and make it into a 2.5, and then put 6 lockers so that everybody in the building will have a locker. Now it's 725 feet. I haven't seen his printouts to question his printouts. At the same time, it's only $100 more than what I am paying. Well, you'll say, well, it's $100 more, plus they all get to get lockers. But I spoke to all the tenants in the building. I even saw the ad in the newspaper, and there were no lockers offered. Everything else was offered, the air conditioning, the internet, but no lockers. Why not? There's 6 apartments, and then there's 6 apartments next door, and nobody has lockers there either. But they didn't offer those 6 any lockers. I'm going to speak to one of them. But
my apartment, I refused to have a 40% rent increase. And then I refused any increase. Just take me to court. So, um, anyways, once I refused that $150 renting, or sorry, 200, what was it? 150, $250 rent increase, because I refused. The thing after that was to evict me. It wasn't give me $50, $40. I would have said okay. Would have been way cheaper than. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. Let's continue on with numbers. Okay. I'm going to back things up and go back to Roman numerals if there's anybody that's still here that was here before. See, in Roman numerals, and I'm going to take a new page, right? We're going to go over the Mona Lisa and the Roman numerals. So this is the Roman numerals in order. MDC LXVI. So it ends by saying 16. It ends when it says, sorry, here it says 31. And then it says 55, freedom 55 at 16 in the cube. Now we went 9, 4, 6, 3, 3. In between here and here, the polarity of X is C. The polarity of X is C. One of the initials is there is a 3 dot and there is a 6 void. And here there is a 6 dot and a 3 void. That's one thing. The X is reverse of the C because, now you tell me if you see different, because the D is polarity of the C, in which the W is the polarity of the D. So if C is the polarity of X and D is the polarity of W, or the back side, okay, then what is C to W and D to X? So these are polarities. That means there would be a division inside of here. The division in here would be the 55 zone. Or would this be the smallest and this be the greatest gap? The smallest gap and the greatest gap. The total of these two letters together is 47. The numeric value for time, 47. This one over here, D and C coming together, their total is 7. If I add it, it equals to the number to the sun. I don't want to really do anything with it right now other than just this is the equation. And I'm very unhappy that I did that. And the ironic of this is it's, you see it's 0403, here it's 23 and 24. It's not a 13 and 14, which is the reverse alphabet. This is the closest you can get in any numbers. Do you understand? When I use 0, it's because number 1, okay, and number 2, when they're divided by 3, they will both come with 0.333666. No other number does it. Only these two. The only two without moons. The only two that exist elsewhere.
and the 2 that exist elsewhere is here and here. So this is their numeric value. So what we're going to do inside of this is the total Roman numerals, right, is 6, 6, 6, zeros, 5 and 1, 0, 0, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6, 6, 1.666. So all the Roman numerals together would actually be 5 divided by 3 equals to 1.666. Electric company, what you're dividing, what 11 is, okay, what 11 is what created, okay, was what created 3. To what created 3, 1 plus 2 equals to 3. To what created 3 and 2 equaling to 5. So this equation builds itself. And then once it's built itself, I divide it by 3 and I get 1.666. And that is the heart passing. I don't know how to do it. I'm not really even sure. It's like something like that, and then the other one goes that way. Or it can be, and then the other one goes that way. 2 different angles, these two. In this one, it's 3 and 7 coming together with 9 and 3 and 7 with 9 and 1, right? And in this one, let's say it would be 1 and 9 with 6 and 4. That's that bow tie equation coming together. 6 and 4, 10, 1 and 9, 10, 3 and 7, 10, 1 and 9, 10, 2 different equations, 2 different angles. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to mean yet. It's going around the 5 position. That's what the reality is. So when I start counting down in Roman numerals, right, I will get 900, 800, 700, and 600. But what's funny is that when I count from 5 to 1, it's not the same as counting from 5 to 1,000, 5 over to 1. Because here it's only 400, 300, and 200. When I bring this to a Pythagorean count, all this is going to say is 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. It's all going to be 2, 3, 4 in between. And then there's calculations with 2, 3, and 4. I'm starting to get tired. So on the upper side, okay, you're going to have a total of 3,000. 17, 24, 3,000. So that's the value here would be 3,000. And the value over here would be 900. 3,900. And the value over here would be 90 and 80 and 70 and 60, which equals to 300. And then 40 and 30 and 20 equals to 90. So that's, this is 3,900 and 390, 3,900 and 390. And this is 9,876. And this is equal to 30 and 432 equals to 09. So now you have 39. So the answer is 9, 1, 2, and 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3. 37, 29. Is that what it is? 9, 12, and 1, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hold on a second. 9, 12, 2, plus 1 over here is 10, is 13. 33, 29. I don't know what it means. I'd have to look a little bit longer. Earth is in creation birth. I don't know. So anyways, that's your Roman numeral list. I didn't go over Mona Lisa. I do want to go over the bricks. I want to go over the bricks. And the bricks are very, 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 very simple. That in a brick, we have the top part of the brick and the top part of the brick. And dividing the 2 bricks, are two more bricks, and the separation creates the eye. The brick separation to what is eye is to the left brick, to the right brick, what pushes from above, and what you stand on. When we turn it to an H, when we turn this to an H, we turn the camera this way to an H. Now, what is H? What is the difference between H and I? H, to the outside of H, above and below, to what is on the inside, side to side. It's just my question. At the same time, it's a TV set. Here's the 5, right? And overlapping the same area is the 2. So the CC, okay, this CC comes together with this area over here. Come on. I can't think anymore. So this is 52, and this is H and I. So when I come and I see the bricklayers, I go high 52 or high 25, right? Or you can even go high 5 with 2 hands. So this is 8, 9, 5, and 2, or 25. That's high 52. This also looks like a TV set, which represents 20, 22. The reverse alphabet is 5G. 22 is for ape. 222 times 8, the heaven of 1776. I'm too sore from sitting down this long. My leg is really not in good shape. It's 3 hours that I'm here. I want to thank you for joining me, all the robots. And I'm not really sure where I went with this video, but to let you know that when Moses was building the cities and the men and women were farrowing the lands, the taskmaster was Pharaoh and Seti, the cities and the land. When the Nibiru or African king came up with all the multiple colors and jewels representing the sexes that were borrowed and passed through the moon, one moon, 2 sex birth. One moon, all the colors, an L and a G to begin, and a B. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I feel I didn't say too much and then not enough. When I look back, is there anything missing? Oh, I started the beginning with why I call this the House of Kaaba. Thank you for watching this video.